It's nose changing day today. So I've got a few bars here that require new noses on them. So I'll show you how to put a new nose on. And I've got this bar here that I'm going to take the nose off. So with replaceable sprocket nose bars, it doesn't mean the end of the bar if the nose sprocket fails. And there's different techniques to taking the nose off. So the first one is probably the crudest if you don't have the tools to do it, but it works with pretty much any replaceable sprocket nose bar. So this Sugihara bar, you can see, is held on by 3 rivets. If you don't have the tools to do it and press them out, then you can just drill these rivets out. Ideally on a sort of fixed drill, but you can do it with a hand drill as well. It just means a bit more setting up, but I'm going to do it on a fixed drill. The rivets are quite soft metal, so they're not hard to drill. When you come to drill those rivets out, make sure the drill bit is slightly smaller than the rivet, because you don't want to catch the shoulder of the bar on the inside. You'll find that the sort of surplus bit of the rivet pulls out anyway, so now you can see that nose just comes off. Okay, so I've set the bar up on a sledgehammer head. You must have something big, heavy and metal for when you come to re-riveting the bar if you're sort of doing it freehand. On the other end of the bar I've got balanced on something that's the same thickness as the sledgehammer, so this then sits nice and flat along its length. Now with the new nose you should have the rivets, so we've got the 3 rivets there. So put the new nose on here, take the rivet, like a hammer like this, not a bigger hammer, small hammer, and you just tap the head of the rivet over. Okay, and then get the next rivet. Tap that over. And finally the 3rd rivet. And there you go, and that's it. It's on there, sort of not a tiny bit of movement on there. Just check on this side. Sugihara bars are nice because all the rivets are really nice and flush. But you might find one of these has popped back a bit, in which case and there you go, job done. Nose is replaced. One thing to check is just check that there's not too much of a that's ended up being smooth there. But you might find with a new nose where, or if the rails have been dressed for a while, that you just need to, just with, I don't know, I'd use like a flat disc and just make sure that that's a nice smooth level there onto the new nose. And of course the same on the underside as well. So we've got a low pro GB bar here, spare nose. Same principle again. Put the new nose on. I don't know what. Oh, it's got a circular that obviously clips in. I'll need 2 hands for that. There we go. That actually sort of almost holds itself in place there. Okay, so on that one, I've just smoothed that off there because there was a tiny bit more of a ridge going from the bar into the nose. There you go, it's all done. If you do have to do it, make sure, I mean, I'm going to use an airline to blow that out to make sure there's no filings in there that can get into the bearing. So next thing we're going to look at is Sugihara now do nose replacement kits. So they come in 3 sizes at the moment, depending on the size of the nose: T2, T3, and this one is T5, which is the same size as all the sprockets that Sugihara do. So for instance, we want to replace the nose on this small bar. So to take the nose off is slightly different, and it's a bit easier, especially once the actual one I'm going to use is this one here, which is for 325 noses, the T3 kit. So you can take the tools off, take that bit off there. I'm going to put it through that way. Slide the nose in like so. Now to start with, we're removing. So you want to have this, you're removing it, so you see there's a little depiction of which way it should be facing. So the nose on this little image here is pointing towards the nose. Look down now through these little areas here, you can see the heads of the rivets, and that's what we're going to, you can see on this side there's enough room for the rivets to come out. Take this tool here, which has got the smaller nose, finer nose end on it. Should be as simple as this. Don't be shy with the hammer on these. See there, that rivet's popped out there, look. It's a bit awkward getting the tool out again. He does come. And final one. There, it doesn't look new, but it is. And snap him on. So now we're riveting. So that little image there points up towards the nose, and you can see now it's blocked off those areas, so that bit of metal is behind them, which is this tool here, which is pretty much flat on the end. It's quite stiff, a new tool this, so it's quite stiff in and out there. So you can see through there now. Hopefully you can see the rivets have been flattened. So off comes that. Out it comes with there. And there you go.